In the spirit of respect, authenticity, and reconciliation, the town of Slave Lake honors and acknowledges that we are situated on the traditional lands of Sawridge First Nation within Treaty 8 territory, home to Indigenous, Métis, and Inuit peoples who have occupied these lands since time immemorial. Councillor Achoba.
I'd like to move to amend the agenda and take out the delegation.
Okay. Councillor Gramlich.
Just a friendly amendment, if I may, and I just caught it, sorry, for housekeeping, and I think it's been mentioned, but maybe not. Number 9 in camera should be closed session. They changed that a while back, so.
Okay, we'll have the motion then with the amendment. We'll read to remove the delegation and then to change the heading for section 9 to closed session. Thank you. Any further discussion? Call to question those in favor. And that is carried. Councillor Gramlich.
Make a motion to accept the agenda as amended.
Motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Call to question those in favor. And that is also carried. Councillor Achoba.
I'd like to move to accept the regular meeting of council minutes for February 3rd, 2026.
Okay, any further discussion? Call to question those in favor. And that is carried. Okay, we will move right into our new business and reports. And up first is Joanna.
Good evening, your worship and members of council. So I'm here tonight to present bylaw 2 2026, a public utility lot and environmental reserve designation. Lot 9, block 31, plan 1718 NY is a large parcel located adjacent to Sawridge Creek. The north portion of the property is currently used for automotive and recreational vehicle sales, rentals, and service, while the south portion remains undeveloped. The MPC will review this application on March 2nd. And their recommendation is coming. In recent years, the town has been actively pursuing a sustainable and long-term location for a new sanitary lift station intended to replace Lift Station D, which is currently located adjacent to Main Street and the Lakeside Ford dealership. As part of the town's review process, the replacement of Lift Station D, environmental considerations related to Sawridge Creek, including creek stability and channel migration, were evaluated. In March 2022, the Municipal Planning Commission approved a 15-meter ER, environmental reserve setback, measured from the top of the bank along Sawridge Creek, based on the findings of the 2022 channel migration study prepared by Associated Engineering. This setback was established to address long-term erosion potential, flood risk, and environmental protection considerations for the subject lands. To facilitate the replacement of Lift Station D and associated infrastructure, the town entered into discussions with the landowner to acquire lands necessary for the proposed lift station site, the public utility lot, road right-of-way access, and the required environmental reserve dedication and associated utility right-of-ways. The proposed PUL and ER are municipal components of the broader infrastructure project and are being established through this separate bylaw process pursuant to section 652, subsection 2F and 665, 2B and C of the Municipal Government Act. Bylaw 2 2026 designates the area shown in turquoise as Schedule B, on Schedule B as public utility lot, and the attached sketch identifies the proposed PUL on Plan 1718 NY Block 31, Lot 9, with an approximate area of 0.119 hectares. The PUL will accommodate the new sanitary lift station and associated municipal infrastructure required to replace the aging Lift Station D. The relocation supports long-term operational sustainability, removes critical infrastructure from the Main Street commercial corridor, and situates the facility in a location identified through engineering analysis and environmental review. This bylaw also designates a minimum 15-meter environmental reserve along Sawridge Creek, and the attached sketch identifies the 15-meter min for ER along the creek corridor. The ER dedication implements the 15-meter setback approved in the 2022 channel migration study and addresses flood risk and erosion potential and protects against long-term creek migration. The dedication also ensures protection of lands and is in compliance with the Municipal Government Act. And the lands proposed to be retained for development, being the north and south parcels are located outside of the ER area beyond the identified flood hazard area. The bylaw is authorized as stated under section 652, 665, 2B, and 665, 2C of the Municipal Government Act, which permits subdivision by bylaw for the designation of public utility lot and environmental reserve. This proposed bylaw formalizes the creation of the PUL, approximately 0.19 hectares in size, to accommodate the replacement of Lift Station D, as well as the dedication of the ER. These actions support the town's long-term infrastructure planning objectives while ensuring the protection of environmentally sensitive lands along the creek. So administration recommends that council give first, second, and third readings to bylaw 2/2026 to establish this PUL and ER pursuant to section 652F and 665 of the Municipal Government Act. Council has the authority to create a public utility lot and designate environmental reserve by bylaw. And as such, a public hearing is not required for this matter. Approval of all three readings will allow the town to proceed with finalizing the land acquisition and advancing the associated municipal infrastructure project. Any questions?
Okay. Counselor Hughes?
Sorry, Joanna, I don't know if you mentioned it or not here. Was there any need for referral letters to be sent out in this situation?
Because it's being designated by bylaw, there is no referral process.
Okay.
I'll just note that the lands that are surrounding this parcel are either owned by the town or the current landowner.
Thank you.
Okay. Counselor Choba?
Seeing as there's no questions, I move that council gives bylaw number 02-2026 public utility lot and environmental reserve designation first reading.
Okay. Motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Counselor Hughes, discussion? Nope. Okay, call questions in favor. Okay, and that is carried. Counselor Hughes?
I move that council give bylaw number 02-2026 public utility lot and environmental reserve designation. Oh, it says first reading again?
Say second.
Second reading, thank you.
Motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Called question, those in favor? And that is carried. Counselor Williams?
I move that council give unanimous consent to proceed to third reading of bylaw number 02-2026, public utility lot and environmental reserve designation.
Any further discussion? Called question, those in favor? And that is carried. Counselor Bowes?
I would move that council give bylaw 02-2026 public utility lot and environmental reserve designation third reading.
Motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Called question, those in favor? And that is carried. Thank you, Joanna. Okay, next we have Roland.
Right. Good evening, your worship and members of council. Tonight I have a report to approve the list of panelists for the Capital Region Assessment Review Board. And what this is for all the new members of council, this is something that is legislated by the MGA that municipalities have to have. And what these boards do is hear assessment review complaints. And there's two types of assessment review complaints. One is called the LARB, which is the Local Assessment Review Board. And there's a CARB, Composite Assessment Review Board. The LARB deals with residential properties with 3 or few dwelling units. And then the CARB deals with residential units with 4 or more dwelling units. And so what these boards do is the process really is, it starts with the assessor. Generally, that's where we direct everybody. If you have an issue with your assessment, we pass you off to our assessor, which is KCL Consulting Services. He can work with Kevin or the team there to kind of stamp out any issues or questions you have with your assessment. If you're not satisfied with that process, that's where this board can come into play after you file some fees with the town. We then send the matter over to this board, which is an independent board, and they will review the matter and either grant you your request or deny your appeal. And so just a little pamphlet that they have going on here. A lot of this information you can find on the back of your our property tax bill, but they've kind of beefed up their information packages lately on exactly what this is. And so for the town, while we could have our own in-house board, we've contracted this service out just due to it's way cheaper. Takes a lot of time and effort to retain people, train people on this board. Is already set up, and we also don't get a lot of complaints. I believe we had we've had 5 matters that were sent to the board in the last 3 years, and all of them were withdrawn before the board conducted a review. So not really worth it for the town to invest the amount of time and energy to train and keep people around for this. And with that, they provided us with the 2026 panelists. And that's what we're looking for tonight, is just the approval of the panelists as the motions are laid out.
Counselor Hughes.
So sorry, you mentioned KLC Consulting Services?
That's our assessor.
That's the assessor.
Yeah.
So guess related question, when do we discuss our current assessor? Is that something that's coming due here shortly?
No. I did them on a 4-year contract, so I can't really. get
Should
that
be
year.
in a year or so. I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah,
Okay.
it should be coming up, but it's not this year. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Counselor Choba.
I move that council agrees to approve the Capital Regional Assessment Service Commission list of panelists for 2026.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor. Further discussion. Counselor Gramlich.
No.
Okay. Okay, no further discussion. Call to question, those in favor. And that one is carried. Thank you. Okay, that moves us through.
Oh, there's 2 more.
Oh, there's more. Never mind. Sorry. Counselor Hughes next.
I move that council agrees to appoint Raymond Ralph as the chair for the Local Assessment Review Board and the Composite Assessment Review Board.
Okay, any further discussion? Call to question, those in favor. And that one is carried. Counselor Gramlich.
I move that council agrees to appoint Gerald Amorin as the clerk for the Local Assessment Review Board and the Composite Assessment Review Board.
Motion on the floor. Any further discussion? Call to question, those in favor. And that one is carried. Okay. Now that would be all the motions. Now we are done. My apologies on that. Moving forward into question period. Anything from council for administration at this time? Okay, we're gonna keep moving along. Let's go into correspondence. Administration, if you want to go over that.
So we received a request for commemorative lighting at Renee Hall Plaza. The applicant is from Lipedema, Canada. So the request is associated with a community event to raise awareness of lipedema, a chronic medical condition affecting approximately 1 in 9 women. The event will bring together individuals impacted by this disease along with their families, caregivers, and allies to foster connection, education, and community support. So their request is for June 11th to have the lights at Renee Hall Plaza to be purple, and it's just for a 1 day. So as council is aware that this request has met all the requirements, and it just needs council's final approval.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Hughes.
I would like to make a motion to task administration to please comply with the commemorative lighting request that we've received in this application on June 11th.
Okay, motion on the floor. Is there any further discussion? Call to question, those in favor. And that one is carried. Okay. Now moving right along into State of the Lake, do we have any updates? Counselor Achoba?
This Saturday, the 21st of February, the Slave Lake Afro-Caribbean Society of Slave Lake is hosting the Black History Month celebration. I know the counselors here have been invited. A lot of the counselors are going to be there. And we're just inviting everybody to feel free to come there, come see what the Afro-Caribbean culture is about. There's going to be lots of food, lots of like there's a fashion show. I think my buddy over here, Councillor Gramlich, is going to be on the fashion show, so you don't want to miss that. All right, thank you.
That's fantastic. Looking forward to see everybody at the event on Saturday. I just wanted to give a big shout out to all our town staff this week with regards to Frost Fest. There's a lot of different activities going on, takes a lot of coordination, and it's great to celebrate winter. We are a winter town, so it's nice not to see all the events happen in the summer. So just on behalf of Mayor and Council, just really appreciate all our staff for getting that pulled off once again. I did see all the bouncy castles or inflatable houses. I'm not supposed to say bouncy castles. I believe it's inflatable houses per insurance set up, and there looked like a lot of delighted children in that. So again, just wanted to say my thank you there. With that, I will take a motion to go in closed session. Councillor Bowes.
I just want to say something that this weekend, Slave Lake Curling Club is hosting the provincial high school championships, of which we have 3 teams in, because last weekend our boys team won gold in Mornville, our ladies team won silver, and our mixed team won gold. So from February 19th to the 21st is the SSA Curling Provincial Championships. And I hope everybody takes an opportunity to just wander down at the rink at some point and cheer on our local teams.
Thank you, Councillor Achoba.
I'd like to make a motion to go into closed.
Okay, we have motion to go in closed. Councillor Gramlich, to the for State of the Lake. Okay, motion to go in closed session. Any further discussion? Call the question, those in favor. And that one is carried. Counselor Gramlich,
Motion to adjourn.
any further discussion? Call to question those in favor. And that is carried.